I'll just say this for record. People deflecting. You like to hear yourself talk. Yeah, I'm dying for people to interact with. Nobody will interact. What am I supposed to make of that? I'm trying not to think it's because people don't have arguments, even though they talk smack about my tradition or whatever. They don't have any good arguments. I'm open to talking about it. I want that. I guess I type too fast. People say I spam chats. It's like, no, I'm really interested in interacting. So, I mean, don't try to shame me for being interested, please. It's kind of a low blow, I think. I'm looking for interaction. I'm not just interested in seeing myself talk, but I don't want to make you think that you actually are concerning me with your deflecting claims. People who say that, I'm not too worried about. I'm not losing any sleep over it. But so I was talking to Sola Scriptura, who was an Adventist, and then kept the Sabbath for a while. As I understand, this is my understanding. Okay, I'm not. You can correct me. I'd be glad to be corrected. So just saying I'm a liar and then not explaining yourself doesn't really help much. I don't want to pity you, so I'm trying to respect you and not like say they're their little pet, little weird, little dum-dum. I want answers. I actually want to hear your response. I want to hear a response if I'm wrong. That's not me lying. I'm telling you my understanding, and I'm hoping for a response. So you prove me wrong. I want you to. So yes, I have to be honest. If you say you were an Adventist, you kept the Sabbath, and then you stopped being an Adventist and you kept the Sabbath, I can respect that. But then you stop keeping the Sabbath and make your screen name Sola Scriptura. I want to know from Scripture where you get the idea that you should no longer keep the Sabbath. That doesn't make sense. You have to lessen your understanding of Scripture to come to that conclusion. Nothing in Scripture can bring you to that conclusion, in my opinion. Assuming you know why you believed what you believed and why the proof texts people use are just a surface level reading that doesn't get down to the facts. I mean, if you are Sola Scriptura and you were a Sabbath keeper, you're going to have to say, I changed my mind about Colossians 2. I think Paul was thinking of the Sabbath in Romans 14, even though he doesn't not talking about the Sabbath. Or I changed my mind about the commandments still defining what sin is. This is the thing. It makes no sense how you can go, because see, look, like the Reformed people made the same arguments to keep a Sunday Sabbath as Sabbath keepers make. They're just not choosing the right day. They have a replacement sort of theology. So the problem, see, I really am suspicious of people who will hold the distinctions of the moral law like Calvin taught, like Turretin taught, like Augustine taught, like Irenaeus taught, like Thomas Aquinas taught, that the moral law stands. And there's that pesky Sabbath one in there. Now, being a part of the history that they were a part of, it was like, well, we've got to keep Sunday, the Lord's Day, as the Sabbath because it's part of the law, which defines sin, which is what Jesus saves us from. Now, everybody can see that if that's true about the law, the Sabbath is Saturday. It's the Jewish Sabbath, which is the Sabbath of the Lord. So I almost feel bad because you don't want to throw away your entire tradition, even though it's clearly wrong regarding the Sabbath issue. What do? Well, as you can see online, you'd say the Seventh-day Adventists are a cult. They're bad. They think they're better than us. They're legalists. What a joke, man. How dishonest is that? I'm just being honest here. I'm just being frank. Like, it's not humbling yourself to Scripture. So, it is what it is. I'm just being real. Now you can pit me as being inconsistent or thinking I'm better than you, blah, 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 blah. None of that's true. I care about Scripture and it being consistent and coherent. Maybe don't lie about people to prop up your tradition that obviously got it wrong. At least the free gracers throw away the entire law consistently. Sorry that your tradition got it wrong. I really am.